Hello everyone, welcome to Cybrosys Technologies. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the new features of Odoo 19.1 and 19.2 of Payroll module. Now, let's dive into the Payroll module. As you just move on to the Payroll module, you can find that we have a dedicated dashboard for the managing the payroll, where you can find the employees without running contract, without the identification numbers, without bank account number, outdated pay slips and time off to defer, vehicle with drivers and without running contracts, and employee with invalid IBAN bank account. So here you can see that it also shows the exact number of the employee who does not have the contracts or identification number and all. So if you want to configure this from the dashboard, you can easily do that by choosing the button that given corresponds to each of the record. So as I choose configure contracts, here you can see that you'll be getting a list of records which do not have the running contracts. So as you just choose any of the record from here, you can see that currently this do not contain any contracts, and you just need to set your contract. So let me set the contract over here, and once it's done, you can set it as indefinite, and let me save it. So once the changes is made, you can just back, and you can see that currently the number is being changed from here from 6 to 5. Likewise, you can also configure the IDs. As you just move on to the button configure IDs, you will be getting a list of 29 employee who do not have employee ID. Now let's see how can we set the employee ID. So upon choosing on to the personal information, here you can see that we'll be getting the option to set the ID. So here we have the document ID card copy where you can set it, and once it's been set, the data will be updated in the dashboard. Now let's back, and you can see that we can also find the employee who do not contain the bank account numbers. So if you just want to set the bank account number, you can just choose a particular employee from here. So let's say Anita Oliver is the employee. You can just move on to the personal information where you can find that we can just set or create a new bank account for this employee. So I'll be choosing the bank for the employee, and it will be setting. And if we are trusted with sending of the money with this created bank account, we can just enable send money, and let's click on save. So once it's done, you can save the changes that you have made over here, and you can see that again the data or record will be updated over here. Okay, now you can see that the record is being updated, and if you just want to remove any particular records from the dashboard, you can just choose this button so you do not show anymore. And if you want to hide this one, outdated pay slips, you can just hide it. So upon choosing that, you can see that it's hidden from the dashboard right now. Now let's move on to the employee salary structure. As you just consider a particular employee over here, you can see that we'll be getting the option to manage with the employee salary structure. I'd like to consider the employee as Aksa Foster. Now, as I just move on here, you can see that we have the payroll, and you would be able to see the wage type is fixed, and I'll like to set the wage over here as 10,000 per month, and you can see the employer cost will be also updated over here automatically. Once it's done, you can just move on to the salary adjustment, and you can add a salary adjustment. Click on add, and you can choose the type. It can be attachment of salary, assignment of salary, or child support. So here I would like to set the amount as 100, and you can see that it's one time. If it's one time, you can see from April it will be starting. If I'm going to set it as limited, you can see I'll be setting the amount as 500 over here. Okay, that's the total amount the employee need to pay. So with the 5 pay slips, the amount will be deducted, and you can also find when will be the last deduction of the amount and in which month it will be showing over here. And if you just want to move as unlimited, you can see from April 1st it will be starting, but we just need to move with limited period. Okay, so I'll be setting the amount over here, and let me save the changes that we have made. So this is the other change that you can find in the Odoo 19.1 and Odoo 19.2 of payroll module. Now the other change that you can find in the payroll module is about the payslip trends. So upon moving on to the parents, here you can see that we can find the warning and the parents which are ready and everything. So if it's ready, you can just go ahead with payment and you can just mark it as paid over here. And likewise, you can also see that when you just do with it, it will be moving to the paid state. And if you just want to revert this, you can just use the revert button so that it will be moving to the previous 10 state itself. And you can also see that certain parents have warning. So here you can find there are 6 warnings for this, and it's been showing over here. The work days is being given, basic wage is not showing. So due to some issues, it's showing over here. And if you just want to manage with a test print, you can also just go ahead with it. Or if you want to like, you can see that the payslip structure period mismatches over here. That's why we are getting the warning. So the reason will be very clearly defined over here why we are getting the warning. Now let's back to the parents again. And from there, I would like to create a new payslip. So let's move on to the payslip. Let me create a new payslip with the new employee. Let's say the employee is Aksa Foster. So as I just choose it, you can find the attachment of the salary and you can find the work days, and you can also see that the work days as well as a basic wage. So this is a new feature that's available in the Odoo 19.1 and 19.2, and we can say that these are the expected features of Odoo 20. Now let me save it and let me click on compute, and once the computation is done, we can just validate the process and you can just click on OK, and we have just done with it. So we haven't added the employer's bank account over here, so let's verify it. Let's move on to the personal information. Okay, we need to create the bank account number, and let me save it. Okay, so you can save the changes that you have made over here, and let's save it. So we have just done with it, and now you can see that the basic wage has been given over here, the work days and everything can be shown, and we can also just move with the payment process. Now we can also just talk about the uh, the other changes under the configuration settings. Sending payslips to the employees, that defines payslips are printed and sent to the employees. So there are 3 options. When the payslips are confirmed, we can just send this to the employee. When the payslips are paid, we can just send or we can also manually send the payslips to the employee. So once a feature is selected, you can just move on to the payslip, and here you can see that we can create a new payslip. Upon clicking on new off cycle, this would allow you to create a new payslip for the employee. Here you can see that the Abkil Peterson is the employee, and you can choose the time over here. So here you can see that we are just going to create a run cycle for January, or we can say it's December 2025. Let's save it, and afterwards you can see that duplicate, yeah, something is there. Here you can see that duplicate has been created, so that's a warning. Let's consider the one. And here you can see, yeah, currently it's been set as January 1st to December 31st. Previously we have taken with December 2025, but we'll be just going with January 2026, and we can just compute this. And after computation, you can see that we can just validate. So here you can see the payslip is created, but we haven't just done with it. So let's click on validate, and you can see that we'll be getting a confirmation that are you sure you want to proceed. So let's click on validate. So you can see that. So when it's validated, which means when we just confirm this, we can send by email. So you would be able to see that currently we have sent the payslip to the employee through the email. Now let's move on to the other feature. Let's move on to the configuration settings. And in the configuration settings, you can just go ahead with when paid, and let's save the changes that we have made. And later on, you can again create another payslip for another employee. And here I would like to consider the employee. Let's say we want to create a new off cycle with the employee Aksa Foster, and here she is not having a running contract. So let's move on to the employee and let's set a running contract. To set that, you can just move on to the payroll, and here you can see that we have the running contract trim 1st of December 2025, and it's indefinite. And let's save it and again back. And yeah, under the working days, you would be able to see that. Let's confirm it. Let's compute it. And so when you just compute, you can see it's not done. And when you just click on validate, you can see that will not be sending the uh, employee payslip through the email. But upon setting it as mark as paid, you can see that it will be sent to the customer, to the employee. So currently you can see that the employee has received the pay slip through the email. Now when you just move on with the final option, we have to send manually. So here you can see that we can send the pay slip to the employees manually. So once it's done, let's move on to the payslip and let me consider another employee. Now let's consider the employee over here as Ami Watson. So here you can see Ami Watson also is not having any uh, contract trending. So from the payroll we can set a contract for Ami Watson. So I'll be setting it from December 2025. And yeah, let's set it as indefinite. Later on you can just move on here, and you can see that we can just compute the attendance, compute the payslip, and afterwards the payslip is not sent by email to the employee. Upon clicking on validate also, you can see that will not be able to send, and here you can see it's not sent. And even after making the payment also, there will not be the option to send. But when you just want to just send uh, the payslip to the employee manually, you have to separately do that because we have set the option likewise. So no automatic sending of the payslip will be done if you just choose the manual options. So this is one of the new feature that you can expect in Odoo 20, and currently it is released in Odoo 19.1. Now let's move on to the final update of Odoo 19.1 and 19.2 of Payroll module. Here you can just move on to the settings and we can find a new access right in the payroll module. You can manage the users. So upon moving there, you can choose a particular user. Let's say the user is Michelle Admin, and we can just move on. And here you can find the human resources. There you can find the payroll module. Upon moving here, you can see that we have a new access right called assistant. So once we set the access right as assistant, user can manage all contract work entries and they can also create the payslips. Okay, so currently let me set the administrator level for uh, this user. Okay, and here let's consider mark demo. Okay, and the mark demo is having the uh, access right as assistant. So currently I'm going to set it as assistant and let me save it. And once it's done, you can just log out from the user and we can just log in as mark demo. So I would like to just log in as mark demo. Now you can move on to the payroll module. So here you can see that the customer can see the dashboard. He can just manage with the employees as well as like he can create an employee salary adjustments. Then he can manage the salary calculator. So here you can see the salary calculator. And here you can see that we have the time off and we can also see that Mark Demo will be having the privilege to manage with the payslips and parents and reporting sites. Okay, you can find the reporting sites over here. So these will be the privilege that will be active for the assistant access right of payroll module. So these are some of the expected features that you can see in the Odoo 20, and we can say that as these are expected features, currently this is available in Odoo 19.1 and 19.2. So that's all for today. If you find this video informative, please do like, share, and subscribe our channel. If you want Odoo customization, Odoo implementation, and Odoo tutorial videos, feel free to contact Cybrosys. And thank you for watching the video.